Sleeping bags, snowshoes, and axe, and booties for the dogs are all mandatory for the Iidtarod. Something that is not mandatory but is good to have for the dogs are bowls, a cooler, a vet bag, the dog's jackets, a shoulder coat, and a wrist wrap. Inside your Iidtarod bag, you should at least have sunglasses, lights, batteries, heat warmers, matches, goggles, and an extra pair of socks. When you have everything that you need to go and run the race, there's a certain way that you have to pack the sled. Then, after you pack the sled, you have to make sure that everything is secure on the sled, so that you don't lose anything or nothing falls off. The most important things that need to stay at the top of your sled are the dog's booties and jackets, food, water, your Iidtarod bag, an axe, snowshoes, and your glasses or goggles. Some mushers get food at the checkpoints, but when they are on the trail, they packed dried fruit, meat, and more. After the volunteers make the food for the mushers, they put them into airtight Ziplocs so that the mushers can heat the food, eat fast, and go finish the race. Some of the food that the dogs eat during the race include beef fat, fish, lamb flank, horse meat, beef, regular dog food, and chicken skins.
When running the Iidtarod, sometimes you can encounter dangerous conditions, such as wild animal encounters and your dog's not listening to what you have to say.
They can slow down. They listen pretty well to slow it down. The slow down command was abused a little bit in the race prior to the Iidtarod. What happened during the Denali doubles is we had so many moose and so many caribou in front of the team that easy became associated with, hey, there's some game on the trail. So, let's speed up. So because of that, the easy command kind of went out the window just a couple of weeks before Iidtarod.
Another dangerous condition to keep in mind is the freezing cold temperatures and the temperatures from above 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Traveling. Yes. And I feel really blessed to be here with 16 dogs competing and, some feel good.
Some mushers run the Iidtarod, and with that they run risks of snowfall and ice.
Well, I kind of planned to stop here, and then I changed my plan, and then I changed it back again. I thought it might be the same as yesterday where it got really, really hot in the afternoon and the dogs needed to rest out of the heat. Now it might be really...
Not to mention the fact that the track is 1,000 miles long. As you can see, it starts in Anchorage, but the real starting point is in Willow, and it goes all the way through Alaska, right past the sea where you can encounter ice, and ends in Nome. When sleeping in the Iidtarod, sometimes you have to encounter dangers.
Before I started really getting into some mushing, that I knew, I've been tired before. I was a university student. I've pulled some all-nighters. You have no idea. And it's physically impossible to keep your eyes open and to, it's just kind of, it's an uncomfortable feeling in that, and because you're so afraid to fall off the sled or, lose your dog team. And so that's why it's scary, because, you don't want to lose your dog team. You want to feel like you're in control at all times. And last year I found that fresh air was the best to help me stay awake, but I I got a little too much fresh air, and I pretty severely frostbit my face. Like if I felt a little tired, I just pushed the roof back.
A lot to encounter on the Iidtarod, but one of the most important things to watch out for is dangerous conditions. Some of these conditions include temperatures from above 50 degrees Fahrenheit, snowfall and ice, the trail can be slushy and wet, wild animals encounter, not to mention the fact that the track is 1,000 miles long, the snowmobiles, not getting enough sleep, wandering animals, etc. This just proves that you do have to be careful when running the Iidtarod. Some checkpoints include Anchorage, Anvik, Campbell Airstrip, Cripple, Eagle Island, Eagle River, Elm, Fairbanks, Finger Lake, Gallia, Grayling, Husla, Iidtarod, Caltac, Nick Lake, Koyuk, Koyukuk, Manly Hot Springs, McGrath, Nina, Nikolai, Nome, Nulato, Ophir, Rainy Pass, Roan, Ruby, Safety, Shagulik, Shatulik, Squintna, Dakotna, Tanana, Uniclete, Wasala, White Mountain, Willow, Yetna, and Yetna Station Roadhouse. In Anchorage is where they include a parade for the mushers and their dogs. Mackey arrives in Anvik while Martin Buser leaves.
No, they're looking pretty good. Just glad I got more than 7 this year. No, I really haven't had much of a game plan or a goal this whole trip other than to have a smoother run than I've had the last couple of years and get to know more than 7 dogs like I've done the last couple of years. Hey, thank you. Alright, no good to take it. Alright, there you go.
Cripple is one of the bigger checkpoints. Here, Martin Buser talks as he leaves Cripple.
The race is incredibly competitive. I mean, like 200th place and doing a camping trip, but I probably couldn't be any further up if I tried. I'm feeling better. My sickness was not really the main reason for me not being up there. It's probably more the lack of preparations for this race. I didn't quite get ready the way I was hoping I could. So then you stare reality smack in the face and you say, I'll go and I'll just maintain a leisurely pace if I can.
Nick Pisket was 7th into Caltag. Monica Zappa pulls into McGrath for a break.
Stay for a little short term? Probably about 4 hours.
There is a lot of work that the mushers have to do in order to be physically and mentally prepared for the race. But have you ever thought about the effort that is put into the dogs? Mushers spend all of their year before the race helping to prepare their dogs. Many mushers also breed their canines in order to create the perfect mix for the Iidtarod.
Top dogs and sled dog breeding is Marty Mosley. This four-time Iidtarod winner holds the race record for fastest time. 8 days, 22 hours, 46 minutes. Set in 2002. Martin runs his operation out of Happy Trails Kennel in Big Lake, Alaska. After decades of dog sled racing, he's become an expert breeder.
Girls. Still are learning that it's not a pulling event as much as it is a running event. We've hooked up game-like computers to the dogs, and we realized that this is about a 5-pound pull. This is just a little tug on the sleeve is about a 5-pound pull. And that's what these guys apply sustainably for hour after hour. But most of the time they're almost running effortless to the point where they're literally only tapping on their harness. So we're breeding for speed way more than for pulling power. It's a very common occurrence for people to come in like hell and say, where are the real dogs? I say, what do you mean the real dogs? They say, well, those Siberians, you know. And I always tell them, well, sumo wrestlers don't make the marathon runners.
Unlike the purebred Siberian Huskies, these dogs are all mutt. Husky, Malamute, Lab are just some of the mix.
The big part of the drive comes off the rear. What we're looking for is a low tail set. You can see the dog's tail starts here, almost under its back. A slow dog has a pelvis that's tilted straight, and the tail starts here. So a pelvis tilt where the dog maximizes their forward reach and the extension is a desired quality to have.
No matter how much the mushers breed their dogs, there will never be a perfect dog. In some way, the canines are always going to get hurt during the race.
The main purpose of the drop dog in anchorage is to follow up and care for the dog that the mushers left on the trail. The trail veterinarians take care of them, treat them, and then we follow up with the treatment when they come into anchorage. Most of the ones that are dropped are lameness-related problems, pulled muscles, shoulders, wrists, etc. It's nice to watch them come in, and as they run coming in, you can see if one's bobbing its head or limping or something, checking them for harness rubs, checking them for lameness. And at every checkpoint, we listen to heart, lungs, we check their appetite, their attitude, their weight, and we have a regimen that goes down.
The race has started. The dogs still need a lot of care and attention.
You guys got a fair few miles by now, so they can stick it up a bit when they lie down, like any of us do. Exercise. So really, what we're looking at doing is just rubbing their shoulder and that down, just to help massage out all those aches and that. Use a bit of cream in that. Same type of stuff that we use in this house. We just rub it right to the shoulders. Just get all those muscles. That just really helps them work through anything they might have going on. It always show you if something's not right. This takes a lot of time. When we're on the trail, you always focus on dogs that you think might be vulnerable or are showing signs, and try and get a few others done when you can. But to do all 16 every time you stop, and often we're just doing quick turnarounds, it's not really possible. So we make the most of the mandatories, 24 and the 8s, to do everything we can with the dogs. So they feel better, they're happier, they're going to perform better for you.
Now you know, getting dogs ready for the Iidtarod isn't as easy as attaching them to a sled and telling them to run.